Mithrandiel here at PAX West 2017 at the PAX Rising booth here, checking out Arrowheads. Who am I joined by today?
Hi, you're joined by Cody, one of the developers on the game.
Awesome. So tell us a little bit about Arrowheads for someone who might not be familiar with the title.
Yeah, the easiest way we find to explain to people is it's Towerfall meets Castle Crashers. So kind of that cartoony art style of Castle Crashers mixed with that quick gameplay of Towerfall. So the game at its core is a battle royale archery game. There's two different modes, but the main elements are shooting arrows at your friends and trying to eliminate as many things as you can each round.
Awesome. And so you mentioned two games, Towerfall and Castle Crashers. Those were, you saw an opportunity in combining those two games, or like where was this game born out of a specific gap that you saw in the genre? Where did it come from?
Yeah, you know what? We all on the team really like local multiplayer games. Those are the kind of games we really like to play. And one of our core team members actually loves archery. And he kept saying, we should make an archery game, and apparently that sunk in. So we ended up making an archery game, and kind of just when it went with archery, we really wanted something that felt right. We didn't want bullets traveling and flying across the screen. We wanted that nice arc. And so a lot of it was born out of that need for that kind of arc. Now, Castle Crashers, our artist is very heavily influenced by kind of the Behemoth style of games. And so a lot of the art style kind of pulls from those types of elements in those kinds of games.
Awesome. What was a unique challenge in developing Arrowheads? I know you mentioned the arc of the arrows and things like that. Was it difficult to preserve the physics of using a bow and arrow, like and how they would usually fly?
Yeah, you know what? It wasn't too hard. It all travels on a specific curve that we kind of predefine. I think the hardest thing about that was determining the level design and all the other elements that go with that. Having that core element worked really well in the game. We felt it worked quite the way we wanted it to, but designing levels with height becomes a really big advantage because you always have this fixed arc. And kind of teaching people how to use a joystick, because a lot of people are very comfortable with pressing triggers to fire, and our game doesn't have that. So it's kind of trying to teach the player was probably the hardest element.
Yeah. So what's been the feedback so far at the booth here at PAX West? What are people really liking about it? And maybe what are some things that your team is taking away to maybe put some polish on before the final product comes out?
Right on, yeah. So everyone seems to be really enjoying the multiplayer feel of it. They really, really enjoy that kind of couch co-op, shooting each other, having fun with their friends.
Killing their friends is a lot of fun. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. You can actually, if you're knocked out of the game, you can still flop your body around and you can flop into other players to stun them. Yeah. And so a lot of people really love that element. I often hear more than not, people just love being dead so they can flop around in our game.
Have you ever played Stickbold?
I have played Stickbold.
Yeah, it reminds me of like being alive afterwards.
Yeah, and being able to mess with people.
Awesome, I love that.
But some takeaways, I think we've been spending a lot of time on the polish of the game, and so a few people have actually visited us from a past year, and they've seen the game. So the focus of what we're still working on is just that last bit of polish, getting everything ready. It's going to be launching with online play as well, so there's just some latency issues we're just trying to work out before the game does come live.
Awesome. And when is the game going to be going live, and on what platforms?
Yeah, so it's coming to Steam on September 21st, so about 3 weeks away now. And then we are going to be hitting Xbox and PlayStation in early 2018.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us today. The game looks really fun. We're going to check it out and get our first impressions. Have a great PAX.
Excellent. Thank you so much.